So I've been kind of enjoying doing this little mini series on my channel talking about my college experience, just because it helps me remember what I went through, and if it helps you prevent at least one mistake or it gives you a great idea for something else, that's fantastic. I don't have that much expectations for these videos, but I feel like I enjoy chronicling what I went through because it was such like a crazy time for me, or for a person like me anyways. So in today's video, I'll be talking about if I thought college was worth it, because that's definitely a valid question, whether you've been before, have never been, or thinking about going. So pretty much like almost everybody that goes to college, money was a big issue, and I had to do the scholarships, the grants, the FAFSAs, luckily for me, my dad's a vet, so I got money that way as well. And even with both my parents working, it was just enough not to have to fully slave myself over to the student loans. So keep that grain of salt in mind as I talk about, whether I think college is worth it or not. So before I continue on more, I would like to contextualize the question just a little bit because I'm annoying. I don't normally mind the question, oh, was college worth it? But it really depends on who's asking and why, for semi-obvious reasons. Because there's just some people out there that, will discredit you and your experiences, no matter how well you've done, no matter the impact you've had, or no matter how much you've learned. There's just some people out there that are just plotting on your downfall because that's fun for them. And so I call those people malicious. Not physically, like I'm not in any danger, but just people that are trying to disturb my spirit. You're malicious to me. And people have that intent. They're trying to insinuate that there's something that you should have got out of your college experience that you didn't get based on what you did or didn't do after you graduated. The funny part is like they were never there for you. Like they weren't the ones cheering you on. They weren't in your classes. They weren't there when you were studying for like 4 days in a row, like with no sleep. They weren't there for you when you were applying to these low-paying internships from these companies that these people worship. So I don't pay them no mind. Now, however, if you're the curious type, like you're really genuinely trying to figure out, oh, is college for me? Like, I don't know if I really want to go down this path. Maybe I should go to vocational school instead, yada, yada, yada. Then I have all the time in the world for you because you're doing what an academic does, which is research. So long story short, college is not for everybody. Thank you. I think the trap that people fall into sometimes when they think about college is that if you treat it like the stock market, like you're never going to be satisfied, because you're just going to be thinking about what classes you should have took at what semester, with what minor, with what internship, with what club should I have joined. I should join like 3,000 club. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you play it strictly as a numbers game, then there's always something that you could have done. And I'm not saying that's wrong. Like obviously it's advantageous to go to college if you want to make like a lot of money through that path. So from that perspective, maybe that might change some of your opinions about what college means for you. So for me, bottom line, cut and dry, I loved it. I loved college. Like if I could do it again, I would in a heartbeat. And I'm planning on going back for a different thing, so we'll see about that. But what made it worth it was there were so many other things that I happened to learn along the way, while I was also learning many incredible things while I was away at college. Like I was learning to be more independent. I learned how to figure out the transit system, because out here where I live, like it's better to have a car than to rely on the bus. So I figured out the transit system. I made really good friends that I magically still talk to this day. There's like a lot of life lessons I learned when I was outside of my regular environment that I would not have been able to have. Ooh, this bird. There were many adult life experiences that I had, good or bad, but definitely learned from, that I probably wouldn't have had if I had stayed here, at home doing God knows what. And that's just me. And that's how I learned. And for a person like me, like I was like, I'm not gonna say I was academically gifted, because I'm not, but I always had a love and appreciation for the world of academia, like just talking about ideas and sharing things and trying to figure out what makes people tick, what makes ideas work, all that kind of stuff. Like, so I will always be in the classroom one way or another. So, and that's that. So I feel like most people know, like, if they want to go to college, right? Like, I know, obvious. Thank you. when you hear people talk about it, when you do your research, if you have a gut feeling, you need to trust that, like, for real. Because you're probably more right oftentimes than not. It's just we tend to talk ourselves out of being right, and I don't know why that is. Like I said, college is not for everybody, and it doesn't have to be. There's like a million ways how to live a life, so figure it out, because we only get one. Well, depending on your philosophy, of course, and who knows where to end up. Like, there's plenty of things I thought I was going to do that I'm nowhere near doing, and there's plenty of things that I've done that I did not expect me to do. This was not very helpful. Well, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you liked it, because if you didn't like it, then I don't know, it's kind of weird. Anyways, subscribe to me, because, you know, I might be motivated to do things that people tell me that I look good or that they like my stuff. I don't know. That's just me, though. And I'll see you in the next video. Ooh. Well, that's candy, girl. That's candy. I look very good today, just so everybody knows that.